It's game day, y'all. It is Sunday. This is Falcons Daily. I am CG alongside HG. She's with me here today. Harper's here, and she's rocking her cool Falcons hat with the unicorns and rainbows on it. And if you want to give me a follow on social media, you can find me at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G in the word sports. FanArch is at FanArch Co. Their logo is up here in the top left corner, right above Harper's head. FanArch Co. FANARCHCO. You can find them on social media as well. And we're going to give you one last breakdown. We told you we'd do it before game day or before the game kicked off, and that's what we are doing here. Dylan Drummond and Devin Tompkins just got elevated to the 53-man roster. Tompkins got elevated on Saturday. Dylan Drummond elevated on Friday. Kind of surprising to not see KJ Osborne get the call and instead go to Devin Tompkins. I guess that's an indicator that KJ just isn't ready yet for game day activity. I'm feeling like Dylan Drummond's going to be the player on the offense to contribute, as opposed to Devin Tompkins. I feel like they may need him for some special teams, to some special teams depth. And Khalid Kareem, he was released in favor to bring, in order to bring KJ Osborne onto the practice squad, but Khalid Kareem has now re-landed on the Falcons practice squad. So he's still in Atlanta, just now on the scout team. And again, he could be an elevation here or there as needed. But again, we're going to see Devin Tompkins out there. We'll see Dylan Drummond out there one more time. And Drummond had 3 catches last week against the Saints. So a good start for Dylan. And perhaps maybe we can see a little bit more Dylan Drummond today on offense. And, hopefully we can see the Falcons do what they need to do against this team, the New York Jets. Real quick reminder of where things stand in the NFC South standings as well. The Falcons right now are in third place, 4-7 on the season. They are 2 games behind the Buccaneers at 6-5. The Bucs today, they will play the Arizona Cardinals at home. Not expecting Baker Mayfield to play, from what I understand. Teddy Bridgewater got a majority of the first team reps at Bucs practice this week, but they didn't want to rule Mayfield all the way out. The Panthers today have probably the toughest matchup of all the teams in the NFC South, and they are taking on the Los Angeles Rams today. That game is in Charlotte. So again, that game is one that Falcons fans will have their eyes on for certain. Today at 1 o'clock, the Saints are going to be in Miami to take on the Dolphins. And again, the Saints right now, pretty much dead in the water. They're out of it. As Harper told you yesterday, rest in peace to the New Orleans Saints. Their season is pretty much done. But again, this is a huge game for the Falcons, an opportunity for them to move up in the standings if they get the results they want in front of them. But even if the Bucs and the Panthers both happen to win, or one of the other wins, by winning yourself, you kind of keep pace with these two teams. You don't want to fall behind, especially when you only have 6 games to go and you're stuck on 4 wins right now. All right, we're going to go to our keys to the game today. My keys to the game right now, I believe that the Falcons this afternoon are going to have to contain Breece Hall. Number 20 is their bread and butter. They don't have Garrett Wilson in the building. Justin Fields is on the bench. It's going to be Tyrod Taylor today at quarterback. You've got to find a way to put a hat on number 20 in green and white. If you don't do that, then the Jets are going to have much more success than we want them to have. You have to contain Breece Hall. Do not let him get a bunch of yards after the catch. Do not let him break a bunch of tackles. Bring him down at the point of attack as soon as you make contact with him. Also, third down on both sides of the football need to be executed. On offense, we have been atrocious over the last month and some change on third downs. Also, on defense, we need to continue to rise up and do better on third downs. We don't want to let the Jets get comfortable. I mean, they got John Mechie, and they got a bunch of kind of unknown receivers out there. Aside from John Mechie, he's their number 1 guy right now, especially with Wilson out. On third downs, we need to make it as difficult as possible, which means really doing the job on first and second down. Keep the Jets away from getting half their yardage on first and second down. We don't want them to have manageable thirds where it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2. We want the Jets to be looking at 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 15, to where they have to pass the ball and where our pass rushers can kind of pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. All right, Harper's going to give her keys to the game for today. Harper, how you doing this morning?
Good.
All right, that is good to know. Harper, I want you to go ahead and tell everybody what you think your keys to victory are going to be today.
Turn up the defense. Falcons 16th in total defense, 26th in run defense. Be physical, good tackling, and great blocking.
And what do you think the score is going to be? You have it right there on the screen. You said the Falcons are going to win by what?
23 and the Jets 7.
Okay, Harper. I think those are pretty good keys to the game, honestly, because the Falcons are 16th in total defense. They give up on the ground over 130 yards a game. And Breece Hall is a really good running back. He's like a Bijan Robinson for them. He runs the ball well and he can catch the ball well out of the backfield. So that's really good keys to the game also. And Harper's correct when we're talking about she said, she told me before we came on the air in our pre-production meeting, she said she wanted them to, her words were kick their butt basically. So I said, be rough with them. She said yes. So I said, okay, that's called being physical. So she has a great point. We need to tackle well and we need to block well. Those are some things. I mean, those are basic fundamentals of football. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is that if we do the basic fundamental things, we are going to win this ball game and we could win it going away. Harper says 23-7. I'm going to say Falcons win 27-14. I think the Jets will squeeze out a couple of touchdowns, whether it's early or late. You don't want to let the fans get their momentum going up there in East Rutherford. The weather today, not the greatest out there. It's going to be, I think, in the 40s with some rain, but no snow in the forecast up there. We're not going to be like in Cleveland today. Thank goodness we're not playing in Cleveland. 49ers and Browns are going to have some snow out there this afternoon. Glad that's not us. But Harper, one more time, we're going to let everybody know also where today's game can be watched. We will just let you guys know about that. So, Harper, one more time, let everybody know where the game is going to be on television today.
Fox.
And then if you can't watch it on Fox where you live, whether you're in the Atlanta market, the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut market, if you're outside of those areas and you want to watch the game on TV or streaming, how do you watch it on streaming?
NFL Sunday Ticket.
That's right. And then on the radio in Atlanta, the Atlanta Falcons radio network can be found on
92.9 The Game.
Perfect. And then also, if you don't live in Atlanta and you want to hear the Atlanta Falcons radio network, you can hear it on Sirius XM at what channel?
Channel 384.
That's right. And if you prefer to hear the Falcons in Spanish while you're watching the game or while you're riding around, what station plays the Falcons radio network in Spanish?
La Mejor Atlanta.
That's perfect. Exactly. So again, Harper says 23-7. I say 27-14. Either way, we'll be back. Well, Harper may be back with me. If she's not back, she'll be back most likely next week with us to help break down the Jets game. I'll get some perspective on Harper's thoughts. And we'll continue to chop it up going into next week. I'll give you some post-game analysis that will probably air on Monday morning. And again, we'll see where things stand. But again, after this game, we got a big game against the Seahawks coming up next week. So we've got to do everything we can to get this one in the bag for us today. Harper, let's break it down and go get some breakfast.
Sayonara and no one else, just Happy Christmas, everybody.